So as we continued on, Ihi started to point out deeper meanings behind the environment we were walking past.
The name of this particular fern is the wheki. Sometimes it's just referred to as a punga, for all ferns, but you can see the silver colour underneath it. And on the New Zealand jerseys, you'll see this one on all the sports teams, as this one's iconic with all of Aotearoa. The silver fern kind of look about them. Why this is interesting to me is that in the past what we would do is we'd lay these on the ground as trail markers for other people that travelled behind us. And if there was one of these on the ground and in a particular direction, then we knew which direction they'd come through, and they'd laid it for us across this pathway. But more importantly for contemporary sports, we use this one in mountain bike trails. If we're building them and we stick 3 of these, there's a big drop off coming. And if they're across the pathway going that way, it means beware, it's going to drop down here. If I stick 2, there's a little bit of a steep bit coming up. 1, just take a little bit of concern. Why these are awesome is they have luminescence that lights up under moonlight. So if you're riding at night, these stick out. You can see them from anywhere. And so for fellas that we take out for night rides, which we do a lot of because the forest comes alive at night, they see these. 1, they can either find which direction we're going, or 2, if we're on mountain bike, they know that there's steep shit coming.
And then we were off to see the largest known living kauri tree, Tāne Mahuta. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Which required a ferry ride for our truck, which gave Nick and I the opportunity to soak in the culmination of his phone call to me back in March.
This is gorgeous.
This is not terrible.
Oh, man. I keep thinking of the audacity of me going, yeah, no, I have no interest in directing anything unless it's VR180. I said it so matter-of-factly, which means I would have given this up if you hadn't said, okay, but like...
Well, you made a compelling argument.
I turned this down, so I was like, no, I only want to do it like this. It was such a ballsy thing to say, but it worked out really well. Let that be a lesson to you. It was just the truth.
Well, you had a good argument. I mean, what you didn't know was that the argument you were making was exactly
perfect.
What was missing from this story.
Yeah, that's true.
What you did was provide solutions.
Yes, I did.
We stopped off on the side of the road to meet up with some of Ihi's friends who had gloriously loud and impressive bikes.
Right. How can you get the money to buy a bike this nice?
And then off to see the great 2,000-year-old tree.
That is almost impossible to express how big that is. I don't even know if... Hey, Ihi, come here. I need a big man next to it.
Now, Ihi had previously explained the parental link that Maori give their trees.
One of the interesting things about this too, and the way that Maori describe the ancestry of the tree is there's a mother and a father to the tree. And often people talk about a god of the forest being Tāne, and Tāne has all these places that he procreates, and there's all the trees, but Māori also tell you who the mother is. We have a way of saying, I moi mai a Tāne ki a huri mai I tata ka puta mai tēnei I rākau. Moi mai means Tāne procreated with huri mai I tata, and this tree was born. And what's unique about that is we have a balance of the number of representatives of our environment are male and female. And that there's equal heritage and equal ancestral power from both male and female. And we're not a patriarchal society, we're both. Whoever has the power to lead, they lead. And the tree is one of the systems that we use to describe those.
For this tree, however, he was a bit more descriptive.
When Rangi was separated, he was pulled out like this. And they call that ure tarewa. And that means he was making love to his wife and he's just been separated. And his old fella's swinging like this and he's just finished the money shot.
Yep.
And it's still dripping away there, and they say, ure tarewa, which means you just finished. You're at the peak. And this one here is sometimes referred to as the ure of Tāne. This is his appendage.
So can you tell Ihi and I are going to get along? We speak the same language. He doesn't hold back, he's brutally honest, gets to the point immediately, and expects the same from you in return. I traveled to the other side of the globe and found a mindset that seems to be the norm for Maori. but makes me feel like an alien in LA or any corporate environment. He also put us up at his house in the most gorgeous area, and I felt absolutely honored. Imagine this being your daily stroll. He also likes meat. Lots of it. I'm in heaven. To be in a foreign land and know at least one person operates like you is the best feeling in the world. Now, on to Rotorua, where I get to see firsthand how Ihi applies the core principles of the Maori people to help others achieve their best. Please check out my other VRLOGs and subscribe and comment. It means the world to me.